I think, when you talk about mastering surgery, it's actually about mastering complications, knowing what can go wrong and how to get yourself out of trouble during surgery, how to use surgery to minimize post-operative complications. I think mostly that you don't let one part of your life suffer because of all the others, and especially that relates to, making sure you're devoting enough time to your family or your personal life, or sorting your finances out and things as you are to the rest of it. So, balance is difficult. Time management is difficult. I don't do any useful work after lunch, really. So if I'm going to do solid pieces of work, I need to block that off either, before work or in the morning if I'm not, clinical in the morning. So anything like checking emails, answering emails, that sort of thing goes to after lunch. And in fact, for the most part, apart from urgent emails, I'll only answer emails once or twice a week, because otherwise it just ends into a complete time suck for, and you end up replying to emails and getting just as many emails back, but you haven't really achieved anything. I think as a junior, certainly you have to be very open to taking on work. You shouldn't take on work if you don't think you can finish it, and if you do take on something, you absolutely have to finish it. But you need to be open to opportunities and being able to say yes. Saying no is not that much of an option as a junior, unless you've got so much on and you're clearly producing that you can say, I've got to deal with this first, so I won't be able to do it. There's nothing special about being a consultant or an attending. It is just a title. And for a lot of the time, we spend a lot of time saying, I want to be a surgeon, or I want to be a hepatologist, I want to be a consultant. Everything will be all right once I finish training, or once I've done this. And people rush through their training. I mean, I didn't, thankfully, but you have this idea that you want to be something, and actually you get to be that person, and then you don't, there's nothing beyond it. There's just being that person, which is vacuous. But learn that you need to take ego out of a lot of things that you do, and actually, the more that you share, the more that you collaborate, the more that you work with other people, the more that you recognize how you can be manipulated by having your ego massaged, or how you can make things more about you than they should be about other people. I think that's a lesson that has to be learned constantly. I think men are particularly bad at it. Surgeons are particularly bad at it. But to be a surgeon, ultimately, you have to have something about you that allows you to slice into somebody, without even thinking about it. And that's not normal. And and I think you need to constantly work on making sure that you are behaving normally in all aspects of your life. Yeah, so I love writing grants at the weekend. There's nothing I would do better than write a grant. No, I hate them with a passion. It's such a time suck.